Everybody, it's Flocka back at it with another Madden YouTube video. Today we will be doing a top 10 on the cornerback position, one of the most important positions inside of Madden every single year. Obviously, people have their fastest receiver. I feel like people mostly upgrade their receivers. It's one of the things people love to have the best at their, or spend the most money on, is their receivers. So you need to combat that with obviously great cornerbacks. And we have our top 10 for you today. Even if you can't afford 1, 2, I'm going to be showing you the list all the way down to 10 in my personal top 10. If you enjoy videos like this, we do this for every single position. Make sure to smash that like button. One like can help me out so much. And let's get right into number 10. To take your gameplay to the next level, make sure to check out civil.gg to look at the 2 membership plans right here for the best ebooks inside of the game. Use code SHOE for 25% off. Number 10, we have Marcus Peters. This is a card that I thought was going to be much better than he was inside of the game, but he still is a solid card. He is one of 2 players on this list that have 89 speed, so he's on the lower end of speed in the game. 91 excel. He is also 6 foot, so he has a solid height. 6 foot is solid. It's not overwhelming, but it is a very solid height. 92 man, so we'll hit that threshold there. I think that's tied for the best man in the game, if I am not mistaken. 88 zone, though, not hitting the threshold there is kind of huge, especially in a non-Madden, non-man game. So meaningly, there's going to be a lot more zones out there, and not hitting that 90 threshold to react on some better routes or better cuts out the zone kind of really does kill Marcus Peters there, but it's still okay. It's still very usable, and he's okay in the box. 64 power is not that bad for a corner as some other cards are, but he does get a couple theme teams in Chiefs, Rams, and Ravens. Marcus Peters is just an all-around solid card. Just for that price, it's a little tough. I don't like to really put prices in here, but 600k, 700k for a card that I think is number 10 on my list is a little tough. Number 9, we have Antro Roll, 89 overall campus hero. We got this almost, I think, like a month ago, maybe even longer. I don't even know the exact day. 90 base speed, so we already have a faster corner. He's the same exact height as him. Although he doesn't have the same stats, I do value speed much better at my cornerback position, especially if we're not hitting that zone threshold. So if they're both not hitting that zone threshold, I don't care about the man, because I personally don't run it. I know some of you guys might run man, especially on current gen, but on next gen, I do these videos more focused on next gen because that's more of the wave nowadays. Antro Roll, 87 man is just, you're not going to be running man at all, so the zone not hitting 90 on either cards, I would rather take that +1 speed on the Antro Roll over Marcus Peters any day. Number 8, we have Aqib Talib. This is a card that I think is very slept on. You do not see this card out there. I don't know if it's just me, or I don't know why you don't see him out there. He goes on so many theme teams: Buccaneers, Patriots, Broncos, and Rams. So 4 theme teams. It looks like a lot more, but he switched back and forth between the Patriots and Bucks. 90 base speed, 6'1", so he's taller than both guys. He has the speed right there. He's hitting that 90 man coverage, and he has 87 zone. So basically, he's a taller Antro Roll that hits 90 man coverage as well, and a little bit of zone. And he has solid power at 77. And Aqib Talib is just, I don't know. I always loved the player. I loved him maybe because he had that aggressive attitude on the field. He always got in fights. That's why I loved him. He always talked a lot of smack out there. And he's just a good card in this game as well. I don't know why people shed away. I think it really has to do with zone. Zone is what everybody runs, and not hitting 90 zone kind of is tough, but he still is very fast. 6'1" is very solid. Aqib Talib is a good card. 7, we have Patrick Surtain. So this card is a downgraded speed. He is another 89 speed guy, but he is 6'2", so he is the tallest one we have seen. And height really does matter at corner. If you guys have ever used corners and you're going against Brandon Marshall, Marquise Colston, or just even a normal average wide receiver like TJ, who's, I don't even know how to say his last name, is another 6'2" guy. They're all averagely 6'2" and above, and the corners are usually way shorter. But Patrick Surtain, obviously you're going to take a little bit of a speed cut there, but he is hitting 90 man and 90 zone when powered up, so he hits both thresholds while being the tallest corner, but you are losing 1 speed. I know speed is really king, but I think the height kind of makes up for it. There are a lot better options you'll see later on the list, but hitting both thresholds is amazing for a card. Number 6, we have Aaron Glenn. So this is a guy that's very short at 5'9". I know I was just preaching height, but he is the fastest, or tied for the fastest cornerback in the game. I have him way lower on the list than you think he would be with his speed because of the height. That's literally the only reason why. He hits the 90 man threshold. He hits 88 zone, so that's very solid. Not very good in the box, but this is a card that I noticed to play a little bit better than height, but I did play him in the slot. I do not like him on on the outside because usually people play those shorter, smaller guys in the slot, and I noticed him manned up or in a zone with Brandon, like I said, Brandon Marshall, Marquise Colston, or just even a normal size wide receiver is even bigger than Aaron Glenn. I like Aaron Glenn in the slot. He seems to make more plays out there. Speed really is king, and that's why he's even this far up on the list. Number 5, this card just came out yesterday, and I think he was very slept on because I think people think he's like the 3rd best card in the promo. He probably is because we did get the fastest tight end in the game yesterday. So I think Jared Cook is the number 1 card out of that promo. We got Kadero Patterson, which we did do a gameplay on if you guys want to go check that out. Kadero Patterson's a very good card, goes in the best theme team in the game. And Jason McCord was just automatically slept on. Highest overall out of all those cards, 91. He has a 91 base speed, so he's tied for the highest speed in the game. He hits 92 man, so he's tied for the highest man in the game. He doesn't get that 90 zone, which really does suck. He's 5'11", so nothing too crazy, nothing too bad. He gets a lot of team chemistries. He gets the Browns, Dolphins, Pats, and Titans, and he's not that bad in the box with 90 pursuit. I think McCourty's a card that just it was just right over his head. Everybody just skipped right on over him. He's a really good card. Like, this card is very solid. I'm pretty sure he's under 200K now, right? I mean, 180K for the fastest corner in the game with solid stats as well, and not Aaron Glenn height. Jason McCord is like a must out there if you are looking for a budget corner. Number 4, we have Travon Diggs. This is a card that I love as well. I did do a gameplay on him as well. This is this was my first time doing a cornerback gameplay, but it actually went very well. We did the offense and side of it, but he looked amazing out there. I used him for a couple games, even during stream right after it. And 91 base speed, getting up to a 92. So he's tied for speed. He's also 6'1". So he's taller than those last 2 guys, McCourty and Aaron Glenn, that we showed at the same speed. He's going to get that 92, man. The zone doesn't hit 90 there. So if you're comparing like 86 zone to like 89 zone or like 88 zone, it's not really a big difference unless they're hitting that 90 threshold, if that makes sense. So I'm really going to take this Travon Diggs literally because of height over all those other guys. I wish he hit that 90 zone. It would have been much better, but we all know he is more of a man-to-man guy in real life. Travon Diggs, it's cool to see young guys getting Team of the Week cards, big good cards. Travon Diggs, he has the number 7 out there, so he has that. I don't know about you guys, sometimes when I'm buying cards, the drip factor matters for me. You know, if you got the drip, it's going to make me want to get your card a little more. I value you a little better. Travon Diggs has the drip. Not only has a cool number, he has the sleeves, everything. He doesn't have his face scan, so that kind of is an L. But I mean, this card, despite the drip factor, is very good. Fast, tall, 92 man, and also the zone. And this card on current gen would be arguably the best. Number 3, we have Delta ONeil. This is another card that came out with Travon Diggs, so they released 2 92 corners on that same day. 5'11" zone archetype, so you get those mid-zone KOs for cheaper. He has 91 speed, so tied for that speed as well, but he will hit both 90 man and 92. He has 92 base zone, so he has the highest zone in the game, and he also will hit the 90 man coverage. The reason why he's not number 1 or 2 with these amazing stats is because the 2 guys above him are taller, and they both have a combination of hitting everything, basically. Delta ONeil, though, is a very solid card. You cannot go wrong with this card, and I really, like I said, think he is the number 3 corner of the game. If I had to buy the top 3 guys, this would be my 3rd guy, and he would be plugged right into the slot right there. It might confuse people, but I am going to go with Jalen Ramsey at number 2. At number 2, yes, he is a 90 base speed, but he will get 91 when powered up, so he doesn't have the fastest speed in the game, but he's still very up there. 92 man coverage, 90 zone. He is 6'1", so solid height, and he also is very solid in the box. He always is. 78 power, 74 tackling. Very good for a corner. It is Jalen Ramsey. Like I said, not like he's just always going to be good. I swear they always program this card to be a lot better. I personally would take the +2 inches and the -1 speed. I think you can't go wrong with Delta. I think Delta also comes down to a name factor. I feel like a lot of people write off Delta because, I mean, we are choosing between Jalen Ramsey, one of the biggest names all time at cornerback, and then you're choosing between Delta ONeil. But then again, you might have to correlate and look. Jalen Ramsey, as you are getting +2 speed or +2 height on him, but the speed is 1 lower. It's really a hard decision that people don't think about. Number 1, we have Mike Haynes. Although he is tied with Jalen Ramsey's speed, he's not number 1 in speed. He is 90 base speed, 91. This is the powered up version. If you guys do not know, the LTD is powered up. He is 6'2". He's gonna get 91 man, 91 zone, so he's gonna be just as good as anybody right there. Even he's hitting both thresholds, so that doesn't even matter if he's not hitting the 93 zone, 92 zone. He's gonna also get you 81 power, so he's gonna be hitting pretty solid for a corner. 71 tackling. Mike Haynes, 6'2". If you guys have seen this card out there, this card makes so many plays, not only for me but for the opponent as well. This is a card that you look to stay away from when throwing. Mike Haynes is a very good card. And like I said, I don't think you can go wrong with having any of the top 3 guys switched around. Although Delta is 2 inches shorter than both these guys. Also, Mike Haynes is taller than Ramsey too, if you guys did not catch that. He is taller. I think Mike Haynes is definitely number 1. I know a lot of people like to get the recency bias with the Jalen Ramsey. I personally love Jalen Ramsey too, but Mike Haynes is still number 1. This card is still so good and was way before his time. But at the end of the day, like I said, the top 3 are very interchangeable. Let me know which 3 corners are you using on your team. Appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. Make sure to smash that like button. It helps out so much. 1 like can make the video go so far. Appreciate you guys once again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys.